had this crazy idea that for Mother's Day, we would ask our children the same questions we ask our podcast guests, and somehow I'm going to edit it all together.
Okay, so this is Missy and my oldest, Trevette, and my youngest, Cohen. And I'm going to ask them the same questions we ask all of our guests for our Mother's Day episode. What is a quote or a mantra that you live by?
Breathe.
Breathe?
Yeah.
Just breathe?
Just breathe.
Just breathe. Cohen, you got one?
Everybody's got their own word.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
We always end our podcast with 5 questions that we ask everybody. And the reason why we do that is it's just really fun to see how it changes from person to person.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Because we assumed that trying to get all of you on one Zoom call would be impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be a little tough. All right. So my name is Emma. I'm the daughter of Elizabeth, my awesome mom.
And I'm Alexis. I'm Emma's soon-to-be wife and daughter-in-law of Elizabeth.
Yeah. But honestly, that's just like a big party. You're part of the family already. So the first one is, what quote, Bible verse, or mantra do you live by? It can be a few words or a bunch of words.
First, we were trying to think about it, and we were coming up with a lot of cliche things, but then we decided that they're cliche for a reason. It's because they're applicable. Coming off of our rugby weekend, we were talking about how work be talent word. Just because I think we're both very just put your nose to the ground and get the job done kind of people.
Could you say the first part one more time? It cut out a little bit.
We were just saying that talent or hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard is, I think, a mantra that we live by. Because we're not always the best, but we are like people who are constantly working hard and will always put 100% in. And I think just coming away from this weekend, it was like a really long physical weekend of rugby. And a lot of hard work was put in. So coming off of that, it's feeling very fresh.
So you guys are coming home from Buffalo because
we were playing our first 2 rounds of the playoffs for our rugby team. We finished our season undefeated through the fall and spring.
Yep.
And we were the highest seeded team, and we played 2 games with the chance of going to nationals in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And so we won our first game on Saturday, and then yesterday we fell short, but a really long, hard-fought 80 minutes.
My name is Michael Ald. I go by Mike, and I am your son.
What quote, Bible verse, or mantra do you live by? And it could be any number of words. It doesn't have to be short.
So I think a mantra I live by actually comes from a song, although it's not related to the other question, but it's the phrase that's everything changes in the end. And I like it because it harkens to the idea that nothing is forever, and it seems grim or nothing is forever, it'll all end. But I find it more interesting in a way, more harkening to the idea about like ephemerality and that nothing beautiful will last forever. And because nothing lasts forever, that makes things beautiful in a way. So no bad situation that you're in will last forever. Things can always get better. Things can always change. Things will always change. So everything might suck right now. Oh, gas prices are so high right now. Oh, everything's so expensive right now. Or my job is not awesome right now. But it's not forever. It will change. It will get better. Everything has the ability to change, and everything will change in the end.
So very hopeful.
It is, yeah.
Awesome.
Hi, Guthrie.
Hello.
I'm going to ask you some questions. And then Elizabeth's going to splice it together.
Oh.
For a Mother's Day podcast.
Mother's Day? When's Mother's
Celebrating.
Day?
I don't know. I think it's sometime this year. Yeah, sometime this year. So, what is a quote, a Bible verse, or a mantra that you live by?
I think I live by the get 1% better every day. Even if you're having a really bad day, just do something 1% better than the day before.
Ooh, I like that.
Because then in 100 days, you'll be
100% better?
100% better.
Is that how that works? I don't know how math works or percentages.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a very good answer.
Yep.
What is a song or a musician you put on blast when you're having a bad day or that brightens your day?
A song is a song or a musician?
You can say both. There's no wrong answers.
A song is, this is a long one. Cinema by Benny Benassi, the Benny Go remix. But for an artist, Johnny Cash.
I'll have to look that song up. Is it an appropriate song?
It is. It is. It's from a video game.
Is it long? Oh.
Very short. Very high energy, poppy.
You can play that at my
Try.
funeral one day, probably.
Yeah.
Cohen, what do you have a song? Oh, wait. Did you have a musician, Trevette?
I said Johnny.
Oh, Johnny Cash. Okay. Cohen.
For Fall Jupiter by
Oh. Okay.
for a musician though. He wrote the music for the Curious George. I know. Curious George music. I know.
Well-
Jack Johnson.
Oh,
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Yeah, you've told me that before.
And
okay.
there's other music than just Curious George.
Not just the Curious George music. Okay.
What's a song or musician you put on blast when you're having a bad day or you need to get pumped up for your next rugby game?
I think a song that I really like, or an artist that I really like to listen to, especially in the car, is this guy called Kosher.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just, I feel like music that you can jam to is how I would put it. And I just feel it always feels like I get in a better mood listening to it. Do you have a different answer for pump up song?
I don't know if it pump up, but a song that's like on my heavy rotation right now in the car is Anything by Olivia Dean. Like Man I Need. I feel like such a, the weather's getting warmer, windows are down at the top of your lungs. You're hitting every note. So right now I've got Man I Need, like Baby Steps, all of Olivia Dean's new album I feel is on repeat for me right now.
Fabulous. What is a song or a musician you put on blast when having a bad day or a song that brightens your day? And I would be impressed if you boil it down to one.
But I've already got one though. There's a song, it's by the same musician actually I was talking about earlier. It's a song called The Beautiful Nothing by a group called The Vistas. I like this song a lot because it, in a weird way, it's like a pep talk in song form because it's all about how you're being down in the dumps and feeling sad and sorry for yourself. And it sucks and it's really vindicating when you're at the bottom, when you're at rock bottom. It's easy to feel like the pity and everything, but nothing will change unless you put in the work. You try to fix that, basically. That you can bellyache and cry and everything, but at the end of the day, it's still just rock bottom, and you gotta take that next first step to fix the situation. Everything might suck, but it's more about what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do to it? And it's not super grim or depressing of a song. It's actually pretty peppy and upbeat, but I like it because it's okay. Everything kind of sucks. What are we gonna do about it? What's the next step? What's the next plan? Because just staying stuck isn't an option. And sometimes that's hard to hear, especially when you're at rock bottom, but oftentimes it's what you got to do to get the ball rolling. Solve one problem, solve the next problem, and the next, and then eventually you won't be at rock bottom anymore.
What is a song or a musician that you can just put on when you're having a bad day, or that like when you're in the kitchen and
I found a CD online, and I think the musician, his name is Takanaka, and he's a Japanese jazz guitarist. And yeah,
is it instrumental music?
it's instrumental, but some of them will have words, but it's all in Japanese, so I don't understand it.
So you
It's-
don't understand, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but it's really, I'll play it for you in the car when we're on our way back.
Does it calm you? Make you laugh?
It just makes me feel really happy.
There you go. I like it.
It's
I'll remember that. What is a food or a smell that invokes a good memory? You can say all of your mom's cooking.
I would say the lasagna reminds me of birthdays, especially the buffalo chicken lasagna.
Oh, there you go. I need to make that for you. I haven't made it for you for a long time.
The first flowering early spring,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cedars mainly, or I guess flowering.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that smell.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Corn smell
Corn, like,
when it's wet and corn
Oh.
smells like corn.
yeah, we don't have that smell around here too
I don't
much.
smell around here.
Yeah.
Never.
What is a food or a smell that invokes a good memory?
I have a very specific answer to this. So my great grandma and my grandma, whenever I would go to their house, like for the summer, I would go to Tennessee for the week. And basically, my great grandma had 4 main food groups, and it was like popcorn, chocolate, potato chips, and then peanut butter and marshmallow toast. So you like toast the bread, you put peanut butter on, and then you stack marshmallows on, and you put it in the oven so the tops of the marshmallows get like toasty. And the smell of the marshmallows toasting like literally fills your whole house, and it's so good. So that like immediately takes me back to being like a kid in my pajamas for an entire week straight and in Tennessee with my grandma's.
Oh, awesome. What about
And
you?
I would say for me, a smell that it like has lots of good memories is the smell of our family's chocolate cake in the oven. I feel like the way it just fills the kitchen and the upstairs, and then it also means that we're taking it somewhere where we're gonna go eat said chocolate cake. So that always lots of good memories with just like baking and family in the kitchen.
Yeah. Man, that's a recipe we've made easily 1,000 times.
I might have it memorized by this point.
What is a food or a smell that invokes a good memory?
Oh, I always think back to your homemade pork cutlets. I love them
Yeah.
so much. Yes. And I don't know, it's the homemade schnitzel. I love it a lot. It's just that smell of the oil. It's the crunchiness of the kind of the toughness of the meat, the crunchiness of the breading. I just love it. All those panko breadcrumbs and everything. I love it so much.
What is a food or a smell that invokes a good memory?
Oh, when Trevette came up to go fishing, where's this guy going? Okay. It was like early in the morning and was walking back into the woods to go pee because we had been drinking beer.
Yeah.
And there's this smell where the sap from a pine tree starts to come out of the ground. And it just makes me think of going to McCall and then being in the woods.
Yeah.
And it's this pine smell, but it's really good. So
And it's a different pine smell
than like the normal needles. It's pine sap and
Yeah. I can envision that.
Mm-hmm.
What's an organization that you support and that you think everybody should support?
Postal Service.
The Postal Service. I like it. Cohen, you got one?
A kind of joke one, not really a joke, but free toilet.
Free toilet. I like that.
Toilets used not be free. They are now.
There you go. Yeah.
A more real one now. Noah. And the Survey Corps, or just USGS.
Yeah.
Gotta know.
What's NOAA?
National Oceanic and Atmospheric Organization. They do the weather. They do navigation, naval navigation, anything that does weather navigation.
Okay.
It's important stuff that us get like tornadoes.
What do you think Guthrie will say?
On the Amtrak or the Postal Service.
Amtrak. What do you think his favorite music will be? Or a song? Probably something from a video game.
No, his is going to be 90s.
Oh, yeah. He loves like Don Williams and...
No, he's got some crazy
He does.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. No, he would do 90s, I don't know, radio music or something.
What organization do you support that you'd like to share with our listeners?
The one that I think Alexis and I both want to shout out is the unified rugby team that Alexis started down in Charlottesville when we were at UVA called the Cardinals. It's a group of mixed abilities, athletes, and volunteers that come from some of the local rugby teams. And it was Alexis's way of sharing the sport of rugby that we love with as many people as possible. And we're always looking for volunteers, always looking for donations, athletes, supporters. And it's just every time we're there and with them, it's a great time. And I would love to shout them out.
Yeah. Charlottesville Cardinals.
What organization do you support that you'd like to share with our listeners? Any organization that's doing
I guess two come to mind. The first one is a big one, is generally is the Boy Scouts. They helped me out so much in kind of forming who I was, who I wanted to be, especially in your teenage years when you're this teenage jerk who doesn't really know what to do with their life. And I think a lot of formative character building moments in that time of my life came from my time in scouting. The principles they live by and the principles they teach and the type of characters and leaders that they help build are something worth preserving. But another, I think, genuine charity, though, is something that you introduced me, Mom, is No Greater Sacrifice. I remember working with them. They are a charity that helps supports children whose parents have been either been injured or killed in the line of battle for military families, and they help them with college scholarships and other means. And I remember doing their introduction boot camp with them, and I remember interviewing a lot of them and just hearing how determined all of those kids were to make their mark on the world. And they were all such really noble pursuits too. They all want to be doctors or lawyers or engineers or musicians, and it was just so heartwarming to see these in the next group of people that are really going to be like shakers and movers in the world. And they've overcome so much, and they've made themselves so much stronger because of it. I think that's a group we're supporting.
Is there an organization that you support or you think is cool or that you like their message or you think that everybody should support? I know you like to donate blood, but do you think everybody should donate blood?
I don't think it's for everyone, but
Right.
I don't know. I just feel really cool doing it.
Yeah.
So
It always makes me pass out.
I mean, do I mostly do it for the free cranberry juice? A little bit.
And the cookie?
And cookies, they're like all oily. They're like they can leave this weird mouth aftertaste. They get the ones in the bags, but yeah, I like giving blood because I don't know. It's so cool that you can just give like.
It's an easy way to make a difference, save a life.
But it's like you can put that in another person. That feels so futuristic.
Right. Medicine's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you have another organization?
Can't think of one right now.
I think that's a good one though.
Yeah.
And then the last question is, do you have someone that you think has an interesting story that you would want us to interview?
Can be anyone.
Anyone. I'll even let you.
You've done Kathy already, right?
Kathy.
You?
No, not
You
yet.
haven't done Kathy Hughes?
I know. We need to do Kathy Hughes. We need to interview her. But she's so hard to pin down. She's so busy. She has to sit still.
Look,
Have you ever seen her sit on a couch?
I've never seen her sit.
I've never seen her sit.
Okay, I haven't formed. She sit when she's 5.
I bet. Is there anybody you would want to interview if you could?
If I got to interview someone,
Yeah.
If I got to interview someone, I would probably say Jane Lynch,
Oh, yeah.
because apparently she's the funniest person. The people that meet her are like,
She's just always like that.
yeah, she really is just like that.
Yeah. Is there anybody that you actually know that you would want to interview that you think is
I don't know
interesting?
anybody that I actually know, I just talked to. Oh, my goodness. I just saw a video about him today on KSL. He's an old watershed professor. He ran for state representative, and right now he's helping to do the study against the big Giga Center.
Yeah, I saw. Did you know him?
Bosworth. I took some of his classes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take his classes. Yeah.
Is he
Bosworth.
still teaching?
I believe so.
That's cool.
But yeah, I don't know. He seems like the type that might be willing to do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
probably
seen
gonna
enough time.
he's probably gonna get famous with all of
Dropping
this.
all of this, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for answering our questions. I appreciate it.
What friend do you have, and you guys can nominate 2, what friend do you have with an interesting story to share who we should interview on our podcast?
I think Fagan is one of our friends. We met her playing at Philly, but she has since retired. I think she was probably one of the best players, like one of the best 8s that we've ever played with, but also just like off the field, she's really cool. She works for Philly, like Parks and Rec, and does a lot of like the youth programming for the city. So she's really involved there. But she's also a recent first-time mom. So she just had baby Maggie, I think 8-ish months ago. I guess almost 10 now. Almost 10 months ago, which is crazy. I think it's been cool seeing her kind of come into her own with that. So yeah, I think she's got a lot going on right now, but she's got a lot of interesting stories to tell.
Yeah,
So,
she played rugby for a long time.
yeah, she played rugby for 20 years.
Yeah,
wow.
She kicks butt at her job, and now she's kicking butt at being a mom.
yeah.
Oh, sweet. Very cool.
Do you have one? Someone else?
Someone that I think would be cool to interview is I had a coworker whose name was Larissa.
Okay, that's a good one.
She has since moved from my company and now works for Starlink in Seattle.
Oh, cool.
But she is originally from Siberia and moved to the U.S. I got a degree in engineering from Drexel in Philly and worked for my company, Leonardo, for a few years. And I just think she's really cool and has a very interesting life story.
Yeah.
And she's fun to talk to. So I
Very
think she'd
cool.
be a cool interview.
I picture her as a very matter-of-fact person, like no fluffy conversation.
Totally is.
Oh yes. Yeah. Very blunt, but always means well. But yeah, there's no filler words talking to her.
She came to our housewarming party when Emma had just broken her leg. And she was like, you make her scoot up the stairs on her butt? And I was like, she's going to fall, Larissa. But she had a lot of questions about how we were doing things about Emma's leg.
Yes. Yep.
Very cool. And then Alexis, the rugby player you mentioned, did I meet her at your
Yes.
graduation
Oh, she was
party?
at our grad party. She was very pregnant.
Very pregnant at the grad party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember meeting her. Very cool. So the last question is, what friend do you have with an interesting story to share? Who would be a cool next person on the podcast?
I think one or two people would be interesting. I think one of them is very close one of them is a guy named Nate. He is the person I hiked the Appalachian Trail with. He and I get along very well, but he is my polar opposite. I say a million words, he says 5. And I think he's just an interesting person to chat to because he's always a very honest, salt of the earth, down to earth person. But another friend is, I've got another good friend. I think she now just lives in the city. It's someone I went to school with. I went to the art program with. There's a girl named Rosa. And she is just such an interesting and very quirky person. I think she's got a lot of unique perspectives on just life and the world. And she was pursuing art, but now pursuing, I believe, a law degree now too. So
Oh, wow.
It's just a very, very flexible person, very just an interesting person to talk to. So yeah.
I would agree. I've met both Nate and Rosa, and I think they're both really incredible young people.
I think for podcast reasons, I think I'd probably start with Rosa, but I think Nate also has got a lot of great. Obviously, he and I both had been in the trail and both in Boy Scouts together. He and I has a lot of great stories. But Nate is the poster child for the Boy Scouts. Honestly, he is the ultimate quartermaster. So yeah.
Yep, and a great guy. It's nice to see someone you grew up with that's doing good things in the world.
Do you think there's somebody that you think has a cool story that we should talk to? Or you got anything to add about that?
I don't think so.
Your mom? She's pretty cool.
I don't know about her. She's a little crazy.
She is crazy. You were right about that. But I thank you for this interview. Thank you for answering these questions. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Find us at facebook.com/YSMMF podcast and Instagram at YSMMF podcast for episode announcements. Thanks.